Hey guys, what's up? I'm Peter from EV River Games, and in today's video of Hero the Emergency Room board game, we will be having a closer look at the turns, but not just the player turns, because you already know how to do that, you know, the 3 actions, we had that in the last videos and call for help, but of course there's something happening in between the turns when the hours are progressing, the rounds are progressing. So we will have a look at what you have to keep track on that. And of course, we will have a look at the end of the game, because I promised you we will have a look at the calculation of how to calculate who will be the winner at the end of the game. So this will be the topic of today's video, and yeah, it's quite a lot. So shall we just dive right into it? Yes, so this is quite familiar. This is the setup of the game. And now you can see in the top indicated by the timer token, we're in the middle of a game. So this is the setup during the game. What's happening now, you learned what you can do during your turn and how to call for help. But now we have to learn also how to progress the turns. So the first thing that you do is you progress the round by just taking the timer token one step further down towards hour 0. And why this is towards the end and like a countdown, in this way you can just keep track of a bit better in which turn you're in currently, because for the final hours of the night shift there will show up more patients than during the beginning. And that's the next step that you're doing with the beginning of every round. So in the first few rounds, from 12 to 9, there will be showing up 1 new patient per round, from 8 to 5, 2 new patients per round, and for the last 4 hours, 3 new patients. And again, the countdown is because if you choose to play a short version, like 8 hours of the game, then immediately the game starts with 2 new people for the very first round that's showing up. So we progress the timer, and now we are at hour 8, so 2 new patients would show up, a broken fingernail and a shock, and we immediately have a look at how much time they have to be cured, to be treated, and we put the exact amount of timer tokens on the top left corner of the patient cards. Here we go. For all other patients that are already in the emergency room, we remove 1 timer token, because they lost 1 hour of their time at the emergency room. And now you see the belly butterflies have no timer left, so we will remove this card, and all the players will get the 1 chaos token for not treating the patient in time. Okay, what else is happening with the beginning of a new round with a progressing of 1 hour? Of course, there are staff members that are now at the end of their shift. So in this case, the nurse and the security officer, they would just go home, and you remove those 2 from the board. You progress all the others 1 hour closer towards the end of their night shift, and therefore are 2 new people showing up. It's a ward clerk and a surgical nurse. And now those 2, the ward clerk and the surgical nurse, will start their night shift. So you just take the standees and place them in the hallway. Remember, all the staff members that are showing up will start in the hallway. And also at the end of every hour, if there's a consultant present, he will go home as well. So if there's a consultant present, just take him out of the game, and in the next hour, in the next round, you are free to choose if you are calling for another consultant. And you can also call the same one that just left. You can call him in again. So yeah, basically that's it. That's everything that you need to do with the progressing hours for the next hour or for the next round of the game. Yeah, so basically it's 3 or 4 things to keep up. It's the timer track, it's the timer tracks on the patient's cards, it's the hospital staff member, and if there was a consultant present, you just send him home. And that's everything there is to do to progress from one round to another. Right, so eventually we'll be at the point where the final hour is passed, so every round is played. And what you do then is, of course, we spend a lot of time stacking up our bags, making a bag building, and now we have a look at what's inside each player's bag. So you just take the bag and see what tokens are inside. Let's make some room here. And the first thing that you want to do is you count your pillow tokens, all the sleep tokens. So in order that your game is valid, you'll have to have at least half the amount of played rounds. So for a short night shift of 8 rounds, you'll need 4 pillow tokens, and for the full game of 12 hours, it should be at least 6 pillows. So the first thing we do is we count them and we discard 6 pillow tokens. We just put them back into the box. For every pillow that you have more than the required minimum, you may discard 1 chaos token. So we'll just take the pillow and the chaos and just put them back in the box. Now you can see that there are still chaos tokens left and also heroic deed tokens. So what we do now is we count the chaos tokens. In this case it's 2. Then we'll have a look at the short reference at the back of the rulebook, which states for 2 chaos tokens we have to discard 3 heroic deed tokens. 1, 2, and 3. Just pay them off, put them back into the box. Yeah, and what's left? That's our points. So in the end, of course, you count the left points, the heroic deed tokens for every player, and whoever has the most is the winner. Quite simple, right? And what else you may choose is you can play either like the hard way, which would be that after 10 chaos tokens, so when the player has 10 chaos tokens left, that he's eliminated. Or you can play it like a soft approach, that for the 10th chaos token onwards, you will also have to deduct 5 heroic deed tokens. So the 10th chaos would be deduct 30 points, for 11, 35, and so on. Yeah, so that's it for today. Now you know everything there is to know to play a match of Hero, the Emergency Room board game. Well, yes, for the competitive version. I think it's the video that I told you it's happening the next time. The cooperative version will be the topic of the next video. I promise, the next and final video on this mini-series. So if you don't want to miss it, you know it, please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and I'm very happy if I can see you then.